Hello, my name is Mel. Uh, Today I was going to kind of show you how you can propagate trees by doing cuttings. I've got a few here that I did back in January, but today I was going to do one uh, just to show you. I use recycled containers quite a bit. This one here is a Rexel pop, but this one here is just a 2 quart juice bottle, and I put the name of what I'm going to propagate. We're going to be doing a fig tree today, and so it's a brown turkey fig. Basically, I put this cuttings in, as soon as I cut them off the branch, I put them in some water. The has water has vitamin B1 in it, and it also has an aspirin in the water. In a gallon of water, I put 2 tablespoons of vitamin B1 and 1 aspirin. And vitamin B1 is for transplant shock, and also has a rooting hormone in it. But the aspirin also accelerates root growth. So it's in the water. So first off, I have some cutters here. I want to clean the cutters. So I'm going to clean them with, I use hydrogen peroxide. You can also use alcohol, propyl alcohol, and just clean them off real good, because you don't want to take infections or anything like that from previous trees that you cut. Might have infections in it, and then you want to do a fresh cut before you do it, and you want to do it about a 1/4 inch down from the nearest node. Now a node is where a branch will come out, or a root can come out from that node. If you look inside here, it's got your white area here, then you got the green area here. The green area is the cambium, and then you got the bark on the outside. The cambium layer is where the roots are going to grow from. And so I usually also, to increase the cambium layer, I take and I'll cut it like that. And I've seen you can also do a couple of slits down the side of it, because wherever the cambium layer is exposed, it can grow roots out of that portion. And you can use a rooting hormone like this, but what I've found is works really good is to use aloe. And you just take some aloe, and you're going to smear it on all the area that is going to be in the dirt. Now figs, I'm doing figs today, and if you're starting with propagation of trees, you just want to experiment and see how it works. If you use fig trees propagate fairly easily, so you can have success right off the bat. You're best to do several instead of just one. So when we're going to put it in the dirt, you want to pre-make the hole, because we don't want to rub all the aloe off trying to stick it down in the hole. So we want to pre-make the hole with another stick. So we just take a stick and make the hole inside there so that it can be done. Now we're going to stick this down inside there, and just kind of push the dirt in around it. And then I'll water it with that same type of water, with the vitamin B1 and with the aspirin in the water. You can see here that I have some other cuttings that I've done. Just recently I've done some other cuttings. I'm going to take the camera off the pod here so I can show you here a second. This one already has a bud on the top. Let's see, get it down here, I can show you. Sorry, just a second. Trying to get closer so I can focus in a little bit there on it. There it is. It does have a little bud on the top of it there. These other figs here, these are Nixon Peace figs that I have here. I have 4 of them that I did last month. And you can see that they already starting to get some leaves on the top of it growing out. Now this one actually has a fig growing on the top. That you want to remove, because we don't want the energy going to try to make fruit. We want the energy going to growing roots, and then growing the leaves, because the leaves will once the roots form, they will send energy hormones up to the tree to grow leaves, and then the leaves send hormones back down to the roots to grow more roots. But see, kind of what you need and everything like that is what's shown here: some paper towel to wipe off the cutters with the hydrogen peroxide. You got a knife to cut off the end of it, and some cutters. And then the aloe, I've always used aloe because I've been really successful just putting the aloe on the cutting to grow them. So if you have any questions or anything like that, please put them in the comments. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see other things on how to propagate trees, I've got several different types of plants that I grow here and everything. I've got probably 70 trees in the ground and over 200 in containers like this of different types of trees. This over here is an Anna apple that I planted first part of this month, and it's already, you can see right here, let me see here, get back here, focus. It's already starting to get some leaves on here on a couple of different places. And then this one here is a Shangri-La mulberry that I did a couple of days ago. And mulberries are pretty easy to do too. It has some leaves up here, and so this way you can grow a lot of different things. So you don't have to spend lots of money on trees. It does take a little bit longer, but when it's a cutting, it's going to be the same type of fruit that was on the original tree in that. Nixon peace fig, they say, the story goes that Nixon went over for peace talks when he was president to China, and China gave him some cuttings for a fig tree that they have there called the Chinese golden fig. And so here in the States they call it Nixon peace fig. I was able to find a friend over in Phoenix that had Nixon peace fig tree, and so he was able to give me some cuttings, so I brought home 4 cuttings and put them in the ground. So it's kind of a rare tree. You don't see it out very often. But then I have another friend that has some brown turkey figs, so I got some brown turkey fig cuttings. So this way you can propagate it pretty easy. You can just check with friends and neighbors that might have trees and ask them, hey, can I get a cutting? It's better to get the cutting towards the end so you have some buds and everything like that. You want to make sure that you have at least 2 or 3 of these nodes below the ground where they can root out, and have several of them up above so that you get the flowers and the leaves on them. But if you have any questions, again, put them in the comments. And also, I'd appreciate it if you like this video and like to see other videos, if you'd subscribe. And if you hit the bell, it'll actually notify you when we do other videos. So, thank you for watching. Have a great day.